thought I am. Young. What up?
Good evening, everyone. Welcome back once again to Vicious Ranks, and of course I am your host, your YouTuber, sign off and imitator, never duplicator, superstar Tim Vicious, and gonna go raw this week was in Laredo, Texas. Is the go home show to Money in the Bank coming up. Now, before we do that, we gotta switch gears and talk about last week via the SmackDown Rewind and the big highlights from last week's SmackDown. Well, it started out with Drew coming out, cutting a promo, talking about on how he's in the Money in the Bank match. He's gonna, instead of taking the Brock Lesnar way out of just waltzing up to Roman, insisting on a shot, no, he wants to go and show he can earn that shot. He wants to earn that opportunity to be the champion again. So that's what he's gonna do at Money in the Bank. Then out comes Sheamus, along with Ridge Holland and Butch, saying, whoa, hold on there, fella. Now, the only reason you are in that match is because Adam Pearce took pity on you. And then, I hate to break it to you, but you're not qualified for that. You see, me, on the other hand, I've won Money in the Bank, and I've cashed in successfully. I've got a way better chance than you. And just as it looks like them two are about to lock horns and go at it, then out comes Adam Pearce and mein savior, Paul Heyman, with bringing up a very valid point, saying, given on how your qualification match ended, it should not just, the opportunity to be in the Money in the Bank match should not just be given to you both, so you are both effectively removed. However, Paul Heyman has brought up a suggestion on if you two can cooperate in a tag match and win in your match, you will both be reinserted into the Money in the Bank match, and their opponents are the Usos. We'll get to that match in a minute. The other highlights from SmackDown, Sami Zayn had a Money in the Bank qualifying match with one Shinsuke Nakamura, and this was a damn good match. I'm not saying it was on their takeover level, but damn, this was damn good. I liked it. Sami Zayn got the win, which was the big, huge surprise win from everyone. And everyone was just like, what? What? Whoa. Sami? Really? Whoa. Was not expecting that. So that's cool to see. Especially with the way they're doing Sami with the honorary bloodline member and all. So, yeah, I'm digging that. Next up, we had Lacey Evans and Raquel Rodriguez doing a 2-on-1 handicap match against Sonya Deville. And this came to be because Sonya wound up repping Adam Pearce a new one, saying, since I've been to SmackDown, I haven't had any opportunities, blah, 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 you're not good at your job, this, that, and the other. And then he said, you know what, you got a match coming up and it's next, and it's a handicap, blah, blah, blah. But Sonya does not come out alone. She comes out with Shayna Baszler and Xia Li. And yeah, Lacey and Raquel proceed to win. Not much of a shocker there. Ricochet had a rematch for the Intercontinental Championship against one Gunther, and, well, it was very much what you expected. Gunther got the win. Now, it should also be noted there was a segment during the middle of the show. Pat McAfee grabbed a microphone, stood up on the announce table, called out bum-ass Corbin, and then issued the open challenge to McAfee versus Corbin at SummerSlam. Called it, knew it, loved it, waiting to see it now. Next up, we also had another Money in the Bank qualifying match, Shotzi going against Tamina, and this was because, it was originally supposed to be Shotzi against Aaliyah, but it was announced during the show. Aaliyah got injured, so she had to get taken out. Tamina was brought in as a filler, and Shotzi, she got the win. I can't say I'm really surprised on that one. Now if it was Shotzi versus Aaliyah, I could have seen it go either way, but given, there was just Tamina was the quick last minute substitute, yeah, kind of seen that coming. Not saying that as a bad thing, just observation. So as far as Sheamus and Drew McIntyre going against the Usos, it was a decent match. I dug it, but man, the big story was it was Sheamus and Drew more fighting with each other, but not in a, can they coexist kind of way. It was more of a, fuck you, man, I'm going to show you how that sounds. No, fuck you, watch this. This is somehow you do it. No, fuck you kind of a way. Obviously without the fuck yous because, their show's PG, unlike us. But, long story short, Sheamus and McIntyre got the win, so they're back in the Money in the Bank match, so, yeah. So now we get to so with that said, let's get into this week's show. Raw, it starts out no opening segment, no promos, it goes straight, they did show a video of John Cena entering the building and everyone giving him a big standing, yay, welcome here, ovation because it's the 20th anniversary of Cena. But other than that though, no promos, no opening segments, just straight match, Money in the Bank Battle Royal for the last remaining opening spot. And it was 20-man Battle Royal, everyone in there at once, very much so what you would expect. One big giant cluster, what the fuck. And it was decent, it was good, a lot of pretty decent moments. It was at one point where T-Bar was in there and he threw Ricochet over, but Ricochet jumped and landed on a ladder that was outside and then jumped back over, wound up eventually knocking T-Bar out. But also wound up seeing Ray and Dominic doing some double teaming action to take out some guys. The final two were Riddle and AJ Styles. Well, the final three, the finals were Riddle, AJ Styles, and Miz. But Miz at one point did a jump off the ropes, looked like he tweaked his knee, couldn't stand, and wound up rolling out under the ring and played possum for the entire time, which I am not going to argue on because you know what? He's a fucking heel. And good God, he fucking plays it up beautifully. I challenge anyone to name someone better in WWE, not in any other company or independent guy, but just WWE in general. Name me someone who is at that kind of level like Miz, that can get those kind of reactions, can ham it up, and can be the fucking picture-perfect chicken shit heel. I'll be like, yeah, put him up. Oh, you know what? No. You know what? No. I thought, I was good, but no. You know what? Old knee injury's acting up. How about we just wait? Okay? Yeah. But AJ wound up was getting ready to get Riddle out. Then Miz came out of nowhere, threw AJ out, got in there, went to go try and throw Riddle out. Riddle threw him out and threw Miz out instead. So Riddle is now in the last spot in there. So, cool. Next up, now that I think about it, one thing that is a possibility, and I'm not quite sure if I'm hoping this gets spoken into existence, but what if Brock beats Roman at SummerSlam, and then we have Riddle do a cash-in on Brock Lesnar? I mean, Riddle did say at one point he did want to have a match with Brock, so maybe. Next up, we got Jey Uso going against Montez Ford, and good God, man, I cannot get over enough fucking Montez Ford's in-ring skill. Now, we already all know he's got the fucking gift of gab, and he could talk the dead into a church. But good God, man, just whew, the in-ring skill alone he's got. Now, I'm not saying he's got he works like a 20-year professional, but for a guy for the amount of time he spent in the business, damn, he's good. And everyone's also noticed he bulked up some, and You know, and he's not that overly big kind of bulk, but it's just enough to make you like, damn, dude. Damn. Looking good, man. Yeah. Really dug it, you know, and yes, I know, we've had this match between them a million times already, blah, 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 I'm sick of it, blah, 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 blah. Listen, here's the thing. I get it. I don't like rematch after rematch after rematch after rematch. But it's not like WWE can just go and pull out instant random indie guy and put him on TV, you know, for an actual match instead of just a squash. But yeah, but other than that, really got to say, I dug it. Ford wound up building a comeback post break. Jay wound up leading right into the commercial break. Ford built up a comeback post break, got the win, doing the big frog splash. The big note was Money in the Bank contracts were hanging here. Ford did the splash and actually damn near hit them. Like that much of a gap between him and hitting it. Just like, woo! Jeez Louise. Y'all need to tell the guys who ever handled the crane for that thing to bring it up a little higher. Damn! Excuse me. Next up, we have Miz doing a match against AJ Styles, and this came to be because Miz came out to do an interview with Kevin Patrick. Miz hyped up on how the walking douche nozzle Logan Paul's doing training to get back into the wrestling ring, which, this I really do hope I speak into existence. If Logan Paul is going to get back into a wrestling ring, I hope he goes against Nick Gage. I am fucking speaking that into existence because I want to see him get mutilated by Nick fucking Gage. Now that I'm done saying that, Miz is hyping up on how, Miz gloats over on how he took out AJ. AJ's been off ever since the whole Judgment Day bit and this, that, and the other. Then AJ comes out just straight and then just goes straight up, wham, right on to Miz. They cut the commercial, they come back, we got a match going. Nice sizing up with each other at the start of the match. Miz wound up leading the pace for the match itself, not even for the most part. Miz led the pace for the match, you know. And I gotta say, this was a good match. I mean, I'm not saying it was like a, oh my god, this is match of the year or anything like that. Just like, damn, you know, for a TV show, for a TV match, that was good. That was good. Yeah, that was good. Match came to an end. AJ got the win via a countout because just as AJ was on the ropes getting ready to springboard for the Phenomenal Forum, Miz just rolled out and was like, you know, fuck this shit. And just walked off. Again, perfect. Chicken shit heel kind of wet thing to do. Because he didn't do it in like a, no, I don't want to compete anymore. More of a, you know what? Just had a look on his face like, you know what? I don't need to deal with this. No, I'm out of here. And it pissed off AJ because his mannerisms and his facial expression showed, man, what the fuck? I was going to whoop that ass 6 ways from Sunday. And now I can't. So now we come to women's match. Yeah. Hurt's good. Took my heart medication for it. Liv Morgan going against Little Miss Alexa Bliss with Asuka on commentary. And Asuka on commentary for this match fucking sold this for me. That was fucking dynamite right there. Because I didn't understand a single fucking word she said. But the whole time just like, yeah, you know what? It was like it's like when you're a kid watching old kung fu movies. You know, you're like, okay, you have no idea what any of these people are saying, but you're just following along like, And no shame in my game, I was definitely following along like, And I'm definitely going to get a brain duster for that. So yeah, this was, as far as the match went, it was a good match. I liked it. It was a good match. Liv Morgan got the win because Liv Morgan got the win. Bliss was going for that Bliss DDT of hers. Just as she was about to snap back for it, Liv wound up countering it into a roll-up or inside cradle. Yeah, into a cradle, 1, 2, 3. And Bliss just looking like, wait, what? How in the hell? So yeah. Next up we got a 2-on-1 handicap match. Bobby Lashley going against the Alpha Academy, Chad Gable and Otis. And with Theory ringside as the special enforcer. Now, should also note, it did show during the course of the night that Cena seeing other guys backstage and all, greeting people, seeing them, giving them motivational pep talks. And there was one point where Theory confronted him saying, you know, I'm the new thing now. You're just an old washed up has-been. You've been walking around wearing jorts for 20 years. This, that, and the other. So, yeah, looks like we're it looks like we're going to get Theory and Cena at SummerSlam, which I wouldn't mind. But Bobby Lashley, Alpha Academy, Theory as the enforcer. Theory very much so played up the enforcer part well, because when Bobby was starting to dominate over Otis, he got up on the apron, started yelling at Bobby, hey, you can't, hey, pay attention to what you're doing. You can't have your feet like that on him, this, that, and the other, blah, 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 blah. And then Bobby just like, man, what the hell is wrong with you, kid? And that which gave Otis and Gable enough time to go and attack him. And then, yeah, very much so leading with in the way I like, where the tag team has the advantage over the one that's handicapped. Fast forward to the ending, though. Bobby Lashley got the win by putting a hurt lock on Chad Gable. Afterwards, though, they did a 3-on-1 beatdown, which then when Theory went to go take a victory selfie while they were holding Lashley, Lashley kicked Theory into the ring corner, and then he proceeded to beat the crap out of Otis, speared Gable, and then was like, and just basically Lashley having to come uppins. So now we come to main event match of the night. Six-pack challenge, six-pack elimination challenge. Winner is in the last spot for women's Money in the Bank match. Becky Lynch, Tamina, Doudrop, Nikki A.S.H, Shayna Baszler, and Xia Li. So, it was a straight-up clusterfuck. Everyone's ganged up on Becky right at the get-go, and then they proceeded to all go at each other. And, yeah, it was decent. It was decent. Everyone, like I said, everyone took out Becky at the start, and then Xia Li, she was the first to get taken out by Becky Lynch, and then Becky took out Nikki A.S.H. After that, it was, okay, now Doudrop was playing the power game, leading over everyone, and then Doudrop wound up taking out Tamina and Shayna Baszler. Not in that order, but it was Shayna, then Tamina. But I will say this, one thing, and it cracked me up, and I made a specific note on it. At one point, Doudrop went to headbutt Tamina, and then Tamina went and headbutted her, and my first thought was, this is why you never headbutt an angry Samoan. Not irregardless if it's a man or a woman, never headbutt a Samoan, period. They got hits like granite, man. Like, jeez, that's just suicide. You're asking for brain injuries. Ugh. So, Becky and Doudrop, they didn't really have a whole lot of time to get a one-on-one bit going, but it was enough on how their closing went. Doudrop had Becky laying down in the corner looking like she was getting ready to go for like a Vader bomb off the middle rope. Becky got up real quick, threw a couple shots at her, climbed up, and then did the manhandle slam off the second rope. 1, 2, 3. That was it. So you're a winner and now qualified in Miss Money in the Bank, Becky Lynch. And folks, that is it for this week's show. So Please do not forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, go back, watch some of the other episodes when you can. Look for me on the Twitter at TimVicious. Also, thank you to my executive producer, Ollie Ray Ben, who did provide the music for this week's show. Make sure y'all check out us on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, SoundCloud, YouTube, all that good shizzle. All the info's down below. Also, thank you to contributor of this show, LFC Lingerie Fighting Championship. They're a little bit of wrestling, a little bit of MMA, and a whole lot of attractive women wearing a little bit of nothing. Also, folks, make sure y'all check out some Vicious Rants, whatamaneuver.net. Help support the show and help pay for the AC bills because it's the middle of the fucking summer and it's hot as hell out here. Don't forget to follow these cool ass cats right on Twitter. Kenny Killer DSB_IV, Diabolica RA, Surgeon Curry Pants and Dubs in your face. And folks, like I always tell y'all, you love me great. You hate me. Fuck this.